there be obe announcing yeguso yabeko wanche never go said the new city said them digaka Henry Asante Chum, the communications director for the FA. Yawo Siga Kono, your code David Duncan, who is the assistant, and also Yawo George Amako, and also a Black Star Management Committee chair. Not Bibi Kosuka coming, then the Kosunase, we had not say, we know Bisano, we have a DB. And then I say, Minister Bina, oh yeah, you say this is not the speech I edited. Okay, sir, Minister, no, this is not the speech I edited this morning. Let us be changing the woman. We don't see Kakona, so you be no, you know, minimum say,
the management committee met and came up with a plan that is worth sharing with the public. So this plan will be some activities that will be carried out when the team starts arriving, or when the players start arriving. They will be in camp in sharing with the public. So this plan will be some activities that will be carried out when the team starts arriving, or when the players start arriving. They will be in camp in Accra for 2 days, train at the Accra Sports Stadium, and later move to Cape Coast, spend 2 days in Cape Coast, play the match on 27th, return to Accra and train in Accra, and travel to Sudan the next day. So I just want to share with you some of the things that have been put on paper so you can start planning for that. In conjunction with the state broadcaster, GBC, who happens to be the official carrier of content of the national teams, they have lined up a number of activities. So from now you will see some of the old games of the Black Stars on both GTV and GTV Sports Plus. They also intend getting some goodwill messages from retired players of the national team as we build up to the game. Now, GMPC, that happens to be a proud partner of the Ghana Football Association, has built a unit at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. So the second day or the first day when the team arrive, they will be taken to that unit at Kolebu for them to visit the place and to share a few words with patients at that place. Well, the Football Association thinks community bonding is very important. It's also part of its social responsibilities to bond with the community. So the players will be taken there for them to visit that unit at Kolebu, and there shall be a press conference where the captain of the team, Andre Ayew, will speak to the press and give reasons for that visit. After that, they will return to the team hotel, rest for a few hours, and train in the evening. And from there will be a road trip to Cape Coast. You realize that when the team played against South Africa, the management of the team decided to do 2 stopovers. At that time, the first one was at Winneba, and the second one was at Mankesim. This time, there will not be any stopover on the road to Cape Coast. Rather, we would spend some good time with the students of the University of Cape Coast. The bus will move straight to the University of Cape Coast campus, where the players will get the opportunity to exchange pleasantries with the students on campus. It is because a chunk of those students watched the game against South Africa when we played in Cape Coast the previous time. So I think it is only proper that we show respect to the students of the University of Cape Coast. So from there, then the team will move straight to the hotel, rest and train in the evening. Then the day before the match, there shall be a mandatory press conference where the head coach and the team captain will address the media the day before the game. Now, on the day of the game, there is some form of activity that will take place during warm-up. When the players come out of the tunnel, we intend printing the Bring Back the Love t-shirts, and then also signed footballs, maybe 150 or 100, and then they will kick those balls into the crowd for the supporters to pick it and go home. I think we want to leave memories in the minds of these fans and also bond with them, just to show appreciation for coming to watch the match. So that will be on the match day. And then once that is done, they will do their normal warm-up. Then they will play the game. After the game, we will appreciate the fans, and the team will return to Accra that night and start preparing for the reverse fixture. So that's it by way of activities. We will put specific dates to these events, and then we will make that official announcement for public consumption. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time we hear from the head coach. This is his first call-up since he became the coach of the Black Stars. So, CK, the world awaits.
Thank you very much, Henry. The names are Richard Ofori, Matibok, South Africa. Marisbeck, sorry. South Africa. Razak Abalorora, Azam FC, Tanzania. Richard Atta, Heart of Oak, Ghana. Kojo Amuakun, Ashanti Gold, Ghana. Andy Yadom, Reading FC, England. Gideon Mensah, Sulte Varegem, Belgium. Nicolas Opoku, Amiens, France. Joseph Eidu, Celta Vigo, Spain. Kasim Nuhu, Fortuna Düsseldorf, Germany. Habib Mohamed, Asante Kotoko, Ghana. Mubarak Wakaso, Jiangsu Sonim, China. Alfred Duncan, Fiorentina, Italy. Idrisu Baba, Real Mallorca, Spain. Thomas Partey, Atletico Madrid, Spain. Kudus Mohamed, FC Nordjylland, Denmark. Christopher Entry Ajay, Paderborn, Germany. Tariq Fosu, Brentford, England. Andrew Ayew, Swansea, England. Samuel Owusu, Al Fahar, Saudi Arabia. Eugene Ansan, Hapo Ranana, Israel. Richmond Puachi Yadom, Red Star Belgrade, Serbia. Jordan Ayew, Crystal Palace. So I pick myself. Jordan Ayew, Crystal Palace, England. Is that correct? Thank you. You're happy, I guess. Okay, and lastly, Yahya Mohammed, Eduana Stars, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Me no say be ye idea but you so be yen kakaka I have a chance to be me hu bia na yes goalkeeper say Richard Ofori from Maritzburg, Razak Abelora, Azam FC, and Richard Atta from Accra Hearts of Oak. Well, saying defenders let's here Kojo Mwako from Ice Gold, and Yadom, Gideon Mensah, Nicolas Opoku, Joseph Eidu, Kasim Nuhu, and Habib Mohamed for Asante Kotoko. Omoma Karansi Wakasu Mubarak, Fred Duncan, Baba Idrisu, Thomas Partey, Kudus Mohamed, NPJ, Tariq Fosu, Andre Ayew, Samuel Owusu, Eugene Ansa and a strikers Richard Boachiadom, Jordan Ayew, and Yaya Mohammed. So Yaya Mohammed makes it to the squad. I'm so happy for that young man. I'm so excited for Yaya Mohammed. At least Kochika Kono decided to say the top scorer of our league, the leading scorer of our league should make it. And to this time, I'm saying a number of local players making it. 2 from the defenders, 1 here, 1 there, 4. And 4 local players making it into the squad. As we
na just enka Kofi Koji kura the leader go freno ana
I just want to lead the am come
freno
yeah
think say bo na baso na kujo mo akode no so no ko fatawo na say un say fatawo no
so fatawo we had
na we so duabo no minim say enha ne wo ho dia kujo mo akode no say nkofo bi ko bo no dia ena na san so koje sesenti no
uta go with
ba yo botika ko na baso I think say omo ayaje ba ye hwese amuhia Senegal Sudan national team na so ye betimi ahwe omo na squad ndia me gini say ye dan ya ye nyani 100% on boss but bi be kasa dia but me to me dia me think say no for now the
I'm just happy we have to go keep
oh yeah so ka ho because nkonyo no a anka a class post dey obi musi yan free way kranka ya free order dada but nya dey be free ho
ayala quick comment ya ba wi ya be humpa ko siga ko na squad
anka mo press conference na my first question me busa sike Argentina one for Mohamed Salisu Valladolid.
Yeah.
What is it? Atletico Madrid 4 penno. It's Real Madrid 4 penno. The last time I could see a Piafren Unu Pry, and then he's the best centre back. Our Ghanaian Osia Kawaboche. Intended to his squad name.
I'm sure say Habib taking the place. Yeah, that's the only answer. Habib taking the place.
Habib taking place of somebody.
Salisu. No, sir. I will balance it. So I check your department behind. They try to find a local player in there.
But maybe the say Habib.
Oh, no, just say no, but any go say Habib taking position.
Exactly.
Habib taking position. No, because
he's the best.
They say we are establishing who year with Europe.
No, but
okay, your money party status.
No, no, be established. Obia or constituency.
Oh, said Joseph Edu.
Joseph Edu. Joseph Celta Vigo, Real Madrid. Amazing.
Yeah.
About 2 but 4.
Send Nicolas Buguna, you know.
Nicolas
is a long-standing blaster.
In fact, he's a boy with so much potential.
Exactly.
I understand though, but the chance say if that boy is that good, all the top teams in Spain will be happening there. I mean, he should find a way. Whoever he replaces, fine.
Chairman, the Chiro Hono, there was a my energy said the John Boyce, the Jonathan Mensah, the Daniel of Paris are no more in our squad.
I understand.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you will be to say I saw what team now I understand, but you be a friend, you will be we are packing order now. This is the way that's wrong. Oh, unless say that is what I'm saying. Unless say when the boy need him come on, and a boy maybe a boy in the say will buy in chain tika, maybe a excuse no fine. But if he's of that quality, nothing only
reason. You don't always call quality. You always call quality. You quality player. That
will be the first question. Every explanation. That will be the first question. Kabibu say. I didn't know one film Mohamed Salisu Abdul. Because Sisi Adie, in my eyes, he's the best centre back or Ghanaian or Bobo. Oh, yes, Sisi.
I'm sure you have a reason. You are hoping saying those questions for us. But generally, I'm excited for local players. Yaya Mohammed.
Absolutely.
Yaya Mohammed. The goal scoring prowess. And we all know that currently in our local league, Uber player hitting target. Is him.
Yeah.
Yaya is always hitting the target.
Unfortunately, Chairman, Justice Blake could not make the squad.
Yes.
I mean, he's a boy. That
is one thing about Ghanaians. Ghana team that we have
that's our talent.
Chairman in Kuala Lumpur, Eugene Ansa, or a striker. Was 3 3 goals this season. Israel and AJ, so left winger, was 10 goals this season. The championship.
Okay.
And those are new additions or the academy. When of course, Wachi Adam so make a return. One of the great strikers.
Injuries. And I think he's one of the boys at Ghana. We have not been fair to him.
Absolutely,
we've not been fair to that boy at all. And I'm happy. No disrespect to anybody. I'm happy that we didn't stick with the names of the Warriors and
Chairman, they are significant to your post as a Mojan.
Yes,
boys are most likely to take over. Jordan will hit 28 this year. I'm not too sure about Boachi age, but for Eugene and Sano, he's 24. Yes, 24. So without Asamoah, your games are bono. We are expecting Jordan any
sadly,
a big debate.
Yes, Kojama could have right back for high school. Well, for him, I'm sure he's excited. We're sure about now.
Yeah.
He's the best right back in our league. He deserves it.
And that's all monetary hold on my ear. Treadway's chemistry for pain tablet. I will just.
My name is Israel Santi. I work with Kingdom 107.7 and Kingdom TV. Coach, during your trip in Europe, in your address, you made mention of some players that were able to interact with them. Others were open and are willing to play for the Blasters. And you made mention that due to cultural reasons, some are also not willing now to play for the Blasters. Can you tell us what the cultural reasons are? And who are the players that now are not willing to play for the Blasters, because you made mention of others who are open to play for the Blasters? Thank you.
Thank you very much. In fact, those I spoke to want to play, but the fact is they are also not familiar with our lifestyle here. They don't know exactly what is going on. Some of them probably comes here and then go. They don't know anything about us, and I think it's important for us to encourage them to come here and see what is going on here. Recently, there was this trip where Americans are coming to back to their year of return. Maybe it's up to them now to come back to see. What I meant is that they're willing to come, of course, but they don't know what it is. And I think we've been able to work players just like Otoado, Kevin Prince Boateng, Hans Sapai, myself, Kufuor, and Anthony Bafo were involved for all those guys, and because we were there to talk to them, to educate them about Ghana. These guys don't have that, and that is why I meant by saying maybe it might take a bit of time. Thank you.
Good morning, Coach. I have 2 questions for you. My name is Samuel Apen, and I work with the Multimedia Group. First of all, I want to find out that after you parted ways with Asante Kotoko, Mr. George Amoko was still the chief executive. No, I'm talking of. I want to ask the relationship, how it's going to be. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. Now, Coach, my second question for you is that we saw what happened in Brazil, and you taking over as the next Blasters coach. These are players that we know that they are playing most of the big teams in abroad. So, in terms of you controlling them, in terms of their egos, how are you going to manage that? Because these are players that we know what have happened in the past. And so you taking over, how are you going to manage that? Whatever happened in Brazil, whatever we've been hearing moving forward, because it's a new administration, that thing will not happen again.
Thank you. I think we've gone beyond that. Brazil is gone. But that is why I'm a manager. And that is why I went there. I told you one of the things that was discussed, or mainly, was off the field issues. And so it's been part of it, no doubt. Definitely, they embrace the truth that there must be a change, and I'm looking forward to them. When they get here, we'll see how it goes. But everything is under control. Thank you.
Okay, my name is George Mensa Frantz, but on radio they call me Icon. Let me start by congratulating you, Coach Sika Kono, and then Coach David Duncan on your appointment as the technical handlers of the Black Stars, and then ask why Justice Blay, Frank Echampong, Salisu Abdul Karim, who played for Valladolid, and then why Prince Opoku of Midiama Sporting Club were all not invited, despite being in the best of form for their respective clubs.
Okay, thank you very much. With Salisu, I tried to get in contact with him. That didn't work. The last time we played South Africa, he was invited. He didn't come. So I'm still in contact with him, trying to find out the reasons. Okay, with Achampon, we've had a bit of discussion about him. He's also in the data where we have over 40 players watching, and we have to also understand we cannot invite everybody. And these are key guys which we'll look to them and invite them. And of course, Play was sick. He just came back in the last month. I saw him. He was fantastic. He was good. But his time will come. Thank you.
Many thanks. Coach, you were formerly a captain of the Black Stars. You moved to the head coach of the Black Stars. What's the feeling like? It seems as if it's been a transition for you, being a player of the national team, and now, of course, in the last game you were the assistant coach, but now you are the head coach. What's that feeling like? Emotionally, is there a difference? How do you feel?
Thank you very much. Of course, it's different. But you have to go back to the time I was playing, to the time I decided to coach. It's been a lesson. It's been a journey. And this journey, I wouldn't say has come to an end because I'm with the Black Stars. No, Black Stars is part of the dream. And I'm honored, I'm blessed to have had this opportunity. And I don't have to tell you, but I'll do it to the best of my knowledge. The feeling is good, it's good. It tells me I'm doing something, and I need to. It's an encouragement to me, and I need to work hard. This is not my last stop, and so I will do it and do it to the fullest till the Creator calls me. Thank you.
Muftar Nabila Abdullah, Multimedia. Coach, I'd like to find out what influenced your choice of players for this game.
Thank you. Of course, it's the way we want to play. Players we believe that are committed, players who have months or years that they are good and capable of playing. I must say, somebody like Kasim, I'm sure somebody will ask, why is he in the team? He's not doing well in Europe. But he's shown a lot of commitment when he comes sit down here. And sometimes we need to close our eyes on the performance abroad. Yes, it's important, but how has the boy performed when he's here? And he's done well. And this is the reason. And also, we try as much as the style of play also is part of it. The other thing is that I wouldn't want to change the team entirely. It would be a big mistake. I think if you look at the squad, majority of these guys were part of South Africa match, the last match we played, and it's the continuation of where Mr. Apia left, and I want to continue from there. Thank you.
Coach, good afternoon. My name is Michael Etieje from TV3. I have two questions. One relates to Lawrence Atizigi, the goalkeeper. We used to call him when he was not playing regularly, but at the time when he's playing for St. Gallen, he's not in the team now. So I'm just wondering what went into opting him out. The other thing is what you will consider a good return from those two games against Sudan. What for you would be an appropriate return out of those 6 months?
Well, what is the name? Yeah, we considered him to be part of the squad, but you know, the last games we played, we had Razak in as an assistant to assist Ofori, and then Felix Annan as well. Now Felix is out, and we brought in Atta. We want to, it's all about the continuation of what we did in the previous match, and we want to continue with that. And so that will be the reason. But he's been considered part of the data, and we'll look at it again. Of course, you know, we all want to win. It's a win-win-win-win. How, if that will happen, I have no idea. But I believe that with hard work pays, like I've always said, we'll work very, very hard to get the necessary good results, the 6 points that is demanded from us.
Coach, my name is Eli Kemavotre from Platinum Sports. Congratulations on your appointment as Black Stars coach. Now, it's no secret that the captaincy has been a major issue for the Black Stars since 1992, I must say. As a former captain, what is your experience to deal with this issue? And also, there's been 2 call-ups, and before the AFCON 2019, we had a new system where 3 captains were selected, 1 general captain, a substantial captain, and a deputy captain. Now, there's been 2 call-ups. Only one of those 3 captains have been called up for those 2 call-ups. So I want to ask, what's the issue, and is there a new captaincy system? Sorry.
Number one, let this be clear. We have a captain. The captain, the name of the DIU. Period. Okay? Considering the fact that we have to put in a second captain and then a third captain, I will discuss it with the players. I'll wait when they get here. We have the names already, but it's important that I discuss it with them back and my technical team as well. Thank you.
My name is Sadiq. I work at Angel FM. I have 2 quick questions. The first one has got to do with what my brother just asked. Will you also go by that general captain outlook, or you'll be scrapped? And secondly, was there a player named in this squad whose call-up was beyond footballing reasons? There are players that you personally met. Some of them may not be exceptional, but based on other reasons, you invited them for this particular match beyond footballing reasons. Thank you.
Well, I think that probably maybe you may ask, Wakaso is not actively playing now. He's a guy who is part of the foundation, and you wouldn't want to take him out, even if you come and be part of the team. Is important, and so I look at it from that angle where this guy is important. His presence is important within this team, and we have, you know, like the likes of Idiayu, Wakaso, Jordan, Pate, Ofori. They are all key guys, and sometimes you wouldn't want to deal. You want to deal with them on a different perspective, and if you ask that question, then somebody like Wakaso, the reason why he's in is one of the guys who it goes beyond football reason. Thank you. How about the captain? No, we will have 2 captains additional to what we already have, which is in the name of the DIU. We have an assistant and a third captain. The idea of general captain and stuff, sometimes, you know, we put it there for a good reason. Our general captain is still the general captain. It's in the name of Asamoah Gyan. Thank you.
Hi, CK. Good afternoon. My name is Fentio Tahiru. I work with City FM. If I heard you clearly about the explanation you gave for Salisu's submission, for example, and the reason I'm bringing that up is that if you look at his numbers, absolutely startling. He's been brilliant in La Liga all season. Going forward, in the past we had issues with not knowing exactly what the laid down criteria for selecting players are. So is that something that you have put down for yourself and your technical team, that going forward, when we name our squad, these are the indices we will consider, so that without a doubt in anybody's mind, when a player is selected, then you can look at those indices and say that, and point to them and say, this is why this player has been selected, so that all that debate and all the noise around can stop. And there's a related question to that as well, with regard to giving as many players the opportunity and opening your doors. In the past, we've had issues with a lot of players getting invited, and Ghanaians never really getting to see them play for the national team, and then nothing is heard about them ever again. What is going to change under your tenure with regard to inviting new players and trying them in as many matches as possible? Thank you.
Well, I think we have a data, okay? And within this data, we have a number of players. I wanted 40, now it's gone over 40. And we want to maintain that squad. Why? Because we don't want to do unnecessary changes. I'm not the type of person who is fan of changing teams. I think as long as they stay together, play together, they get to know each other very well. And so I wouldn't want to be changing up and up. But those who, for instance, are not here, there are people, I will have to be fair and give all those guys the necessary chances to play. Of course, there are qualification matches, there are friendly matches, and all those things will factor it in and make sure we get those unknown or those who have been part and never, been able to get a chance again to play. One of the reasons is why I even spoke. I went to Schlupp to talk to Schlupp and see the reason why he's not coming. And it was an open discussion which he made it clear to me why. But of course I cannot say that yet. So yes, we consider all those things and make sure that we will not have quantity but quality. This is the national team, and it's important we do that and keep these guys and give them a fair chance. Of course, you have to be actively playing, and but sometimes you need to, like I spoke about Wakaso. He's played a couple of friendly matches, but it's not enough. But he is, But the main thing is you got to be active. You got to be playing there, week in, week out. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, my name is Isaac Asempa from Xylophone FM. I want to find out if some players will never make it into the Black Stars, like John Boy, because he's in good form for his club side. He's in very good form, irrespective of whatever we say about him. And just this weekend, he captained the side to beat Nicolas Opoku's side. Nicolas Opoku is in the side, but John Boy is not in the team. Is there something he has to do to get into the team, or he's never going to get back into the team?
Charlie, you are though. Take it easy. John Boy. If you can get that place. So, all right. Why? John Boy is your brother. Are you sure? What? Or maybe your brother-in-law. No. I understand what you're saying. John Boy, Jonathan Mensah, Harrison, and the rest. I respect them. I mean, I have been a player before, and I know what they've done for this country. And if there need be for them to come into the team, they will. You know what I mean? I told you, I made mention of the squad that played last time. And this is my first time. I don't want to change things too much. You understand me? But those names are important. Like Amate of Leicester. It's also doing well. And I think sometimes those guys that we are aware they are committed players. Sometimes we need to take care of them. You know, my visit there, not necessarily him coming into the team, but he feels then that we respect him, and I think all these names are important. Your boy, John Boy, and the rest. Their time will come. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Coach. My name is Listo at Incan FM. Just recently, Coach Kwesi Appiah, your former boss, was asked what Ghana should do to win the AFCON. And I quote him, he says, we can't just say we are going to win AFCON. We need to have a long-term plan for our national teams and groom quality players before we can win the AFCON. For now, we lack quality players to win the AFCON. I want you to juxtapose this statement as against your target to win the AFCON 2021. What do you say about this?
Of course, talking of quality players, I think I made mention of 6 or 5 players which I believe are quality. They will enhance the way we play, the way we go forward, and other. And these names are with the FA. The FA have already started working on it. I believe that once we get them, we cannot get them now, but once we get them, it will improve our game. So talking of winning the AFCON, then I think we have a chance of them winning once we have the quality players. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you.
Okay. Within the Cobblestone, Coach, with the Wadaroma, my name is Ona Wansa, management committee chairman, Obiabet me and Sammy. Besame who say more plans to be at the 2 players. The Dikai Asamoajan, Coach Akana Sem say, or sign remaining as general captain. But I'm Besame who say, moving forward, no more plans be at the mano. And I say, Ye Jemu Trasa, and Kevin Prince Boating, or non so no, Akosi saying, or baby him, and as a one baby, Monsieur.
The last time I checked, I think Asamajan hasn't retired. He still remains the general captain. I had a chat with him at a sports stadium last time between Kotoko and Bechim. He never told me he's retired, he doesn't want to play, and so I consider him, part of the team. That's it. And then with Prince Boateng, we spoke, but I don't think he wants to come. I don't think so. I don't think he wants to come and play, and so that is it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having us. I'm Gary Al Smith from the Multimedia Group. Coach, Onamilo.
Troublesome kid.
All right. First of all, congrats on getting the job and thank you for this initiative. Secondly, I know it may be a bit premature, but how would you say this call-up fits into your plan for the AFCON? I want to repeat. How would you say this call-up fits into your plan for the AFCON, considering that, I mean, like all of us, the tournament, as you know, was scheduled for June, so you probably had a plan for June, and then suddenly it's been brought 6 months forward. Has it changed the way you are preparing for the AFCON, in that you probably may have wanted to use the FIFA windows available to call more players, but now you have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop, yes. And then, as a related question, Kojo Asamoah, you mentioned a couple of players you've spoken to, some don't want to come. Kojo's situation we know has been on and off since 2014. Have you spoken to him? What's his interest? The last we heard was that, you know, he wanted to play, but he didn't want to play in a certain position. Could you please give us an idea of that? Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I think with Kojo, you know, he was injured. He just got back on his feet. Hopefully he will stand firm and play and stay without any injury. He's an important player, a very good player. But all these guys, sometimes it's important that they also have to show the interest of coming to play. You know, I was once a player, and there were times where so rest in peace, John Satukwefio, who said no. I think you quite remember there was a time he got rid of all the professional players and he used the House of Folk team. I begged for him to invite me. I begged him so much and he didn't. So sometimes there must be that desire to play for your country. I'm not saying he's not showing anything. I have had a chance to try and talk to him and say, they are all important people, players who we will need. You know, if we want going forward to improve, we need them. John Boy, Jonathan Mensah, Kojo Asamoah, and the rest. And so he is part of the plan. But I want to give him that space to get fit first, and then once he's ready, we'll invite him. Thank you. Of course, with the AFCON. First of all, before the decision was made, I wasn't part of the pitch. I wasn't in the picture. Now I'm in the picture, and of course, one of the reasons in terms of preparing to get players on board is why I went to Europe and also try and get some names. Hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to get them on board. Once we do that, it will again change the face of our team. It's very, very important. And of course, this also goes to our local players. They must up their game. They must up their game so that we can have that good blending between locals and the foreign. And we want to try as much as we can to break the gap between the professionals and the local players. Thank you.
CK, okay, the small boys have asked all the questions. Small boys like Otiaji and Gary and all have asked all the questions. So I just want to assure you that on behalf of the media, we are very, very excited to see you in the saddle. Some of us have always believed in putting our own in the saddle. And we made a prediction months back that you would ascend this throne, and by His grace, you are in the saddle. As our job, we will continue to keep you on your toes, and the management as well. What we promise you is that It's not going to be vitriolic. It's not going to be caustic. We would ensure that we do nothing that is quite vituperative. You have seen it all. I mean, the first black man to captain Wolfsburg. You've captained the Black Stars. You've done your badges. There is absolutely no reason you and your technical guys cannot do this job. So on behalf of the media, I want to assure you that we'll give you all the support you need, and inshallah, you would succeed. Thank you.
So, thank you very much. Kasim, please. Kasim, please, with all due respect, please. Easy. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the management of the Ghana Football Association, on behalf of the head coach of the Black Stars, and on behalf of the management committee of the Ghana Football Association, we thank you for your coming. The journey to our next AFCON success has just begun. It began last year, and it will continue on the 27th of March at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium, and the reverse fixture is in Omdurman on the 30th. Thank you once again. The event is over. Enjoy your day and stay blessed.
your buy and trouble. No about trying.
Every Linda Avenue.
Yeah, Linda Avenue. Yes.
Now, invited teams never.
I mean, invited teams. I say, well, just me have more aquaba. Interior upon changing more aquaba.
Wait to me. Someone, I have a branch.
And the more aquaba, nobody just run about. I know I could be Abbas, I know what country. I was one of what Jatanam now. Yes, also. And you feel one waba. What a people. And you feel what? No one here about Goma. About Crofton, buy and trouble. Yeah, maybe you are river. Look your buy and trouble. No about Tire.
I will tell you.
Yes.
Also, baby.
Who brought to stadium? I'm not over. If you have a channel. Team. We are all one. You are going to say, have you ever what was Savannah Pania? What man? And I'm not surprised that I'm saying, what's the situation? Tell us. Any upbringing in 25 years now. I'm a free sports. What when we are Papa? You were fence rep. You were sports rep. Engineer for the Linda. Yeah, social media reps and I'm going to say all about social media. Accounting department. Your boss Clement. Your man many other than I is getting now. The man mailing to mind about Zara. Let's say this the budget loan to them. And the other go back to your catcher is a union Baba. You can't go by my team. Okay, Yanko.